Now, Congressman, you've made it clear that you believe the president was completely outplayed by Russia in this situation and that the offer on the table is a huge win for Putin and Assad. But what do you say to the contention that over time...
Are you a congressman, district attorney, or other elected government official? Are you sick of having to talk about tough topics that require you to know things?
Yeah, Syria is so nuanced.
Well then, consider your prayers answered. Introducing the brand new Grand Theft Auto 5. For 16 years now, the Grand Theft Auto franchise has helped politicians like you change the topic and score easy political points by drumming up fear and outrage. You don't even need to play the game. Just imagine how awful it is and let your imagination run free.
But I can't just make things up about the game.
Of course you can. Just say something that makes people angry and afraid.
This Assad person is prone to violence because he plays Grand Theft Auto 5. And Americans need to ask themselves, do they want their children running around the house like little Assads, boosting rides and pimping chicks?
Finally, somebody says it, Congressman. These millennials are...
Now you're getting it. Grand Theft Auto 5. Boycott your copy today. The BS of A with Brian Sack.
Good evening and welcome to the BS of A. I'm your host, Brian Sack. We're not starting the show with comedy tonight. Instead, joining me as an expert on international affairs and a former employee of the CIA, please welcome Buck Sexton.
Thanks for having me tonight, Brian. I'm excited to get deep into the substance.
Sorry, Buck, hold on. I'm sorry, getting reports of a shooting downtown. Okay, joining me from the scene is Matt Fisher. Matt.
Brian, police are reporting that just moments ago, a gunman who is still at large and believed to be in the building entered the Occidental Bank building and opened fire.
Shooting in a bank? I've never heard of that. Are you sure it's just one gunman? Maybe there are two or three.
Police are saying one gunman.
I imagine that will change. Do we know who this shooter voted for in 2012?
I'm sorry?
Is there any chance he was a Romney supporter? Do we know his party affiliation?
Brian, this is all very fluid. Details of the moment are very, very sketchy. What we do know is...
Black?
Huh?
Is he black, Hispanic, white Hispanic?
Brian, this just happened.
You think he got his gun legally?
At this point, it's too early to
Matt, I've got some graphics here. Which one of these AR-15 assault rifles was it?
I don't have any details on the gun.
Because it just seems like automatic weapons are really easy to obtain.
Yeah, no idea, Brian. All we know is that a gunman entered the Occidental Bank and seemingly without provocation started firing.
At black people?
What?
You think this was a hate crime of some sort? The Koch brothers?
I don't...
You think he had an agenda, maybe a political grievance, Tea Party?
Dude, what the hell are you doing?
Matt, people watch the news to get the news, and this is how you cover the news. Is the shooter's name Kurt Michaels?
Where did you even get that from?
He's a weird Jehovah's Witness kid who punched me in the face when I was 11.
Okay, Brian. Well, he certainly still wouldn't be 12.
You're right. Okay, here he is as he looks today, if that's the right Kurt Michaels from Facebook. Are there any witnesses who could verify that the shooter is or isn't Kurt Michaels of 127 Angel Hill Road in Weehawken?
Brian, this is an active crime scene. Police have issued no other details because they don't have them. Maybe you should take a moment and then check back with me later.
You know what? Good point. Buck, you're looking good.
What does that have to do with anything?
All right, now back to the shooter. Matt, what do we know now?
Are you serious?
You said Occidental Bank, right?
That is correct.
And Occidental is kind of the same as Oriental, right? So are we looking at a man who was spurned by an Asian lover, a Madame Butterfly thing, Vietnam veteran? Maybe his dry cleaner upset him.
Can I get out of here?
Does he have a Muslim-y name? That would be huge.
Brian.
Yeah.
The police have very little information to dispense, okay?
So they say. So you think this is maybe a false flag operation designed to distract us from government scandals?
I'll check back, Brian, when I have more information.
With all due respect, Matt, that takes way too long. And Greg Semper Fi says it was Putin's KGB. What do you think about that?
Who's Greg Semper Fi?
It's a guy on Twitter, a knowledgeable source, I'd assume. Hold on. Okay, he just tweeted that he can't stand the Broncos and Gayton Manning. Okay, fascinating. Is Peyton Manning a gay?
Okay, I'm out of here.
Okay, we'll be right back with you, Matt. Buck, I'm sorry we're out of time.
You got to be kidding me.
We'll be right back.
I missed my mom's birthday dinner for this.
Oh, happy birthday, Mommy.
I'm afraid, Mr. and Mrs. Avail, that you are out of options. Gerald here has, at best, a few days to live.
Oh, my God.
What we can do now, though, is work to make him more comfortable.
Doctor, isn't there anything else we can do?
Doctor?
No. I'm from Burger King. Hi, my name's Lionel Canning. How's it going? Not well. But I'm here to see if we could sponsor your husband's last words.
What did he just say, Snuggle Squirrel?
Oh, he said he wants to sponsor your last words?
Gerald, I mean, things look pretty bleak here. What I'd like to do is offer you a way to provide for your family and lend some meaning to your life.
Well, I served in the Peace Corps for 6 years. And
Okay. That's something, I guess. But what we're talking about now is, as you shed your mortal coil, you would say the following. Okay. You would say this. I hope a God greets me with the whopper whammer. With the exaggerated Italian accent. That would be part of it.
I hope Agata greets me with the Whopper Whammer.
Not yet. You're not dying. I would wait for sort of a numbness in your legs. That would be your cue. And really sell it. You seem kind of out of it.
I don't think I want my last words on Earth to be about a Whopper.
Well, as I said, you would be well paid.
How much?
Gerald.
What?
Well, that would depend largely on who's around your deathbed, how old they are, and how much money they earn.
Well, it'll be the pastor from our church.
Whoa, never mind. Demographically undesirable. Is there anybody else younger?
Me? Our daughter.
Ooh, I like this daughter character. How old?
She's 19.
All right, pay dirt. Gerald, here's what I'm going to request from you. If it's at all possible, when you're dying and saying the thing, if you could just look her directly in the eyes. It'd be nice anyway, plus just anywhere but at this priest character.
What's going on here?
Doctor, I think we'd like this man to leave.
I'm not a doctor. I work for Coca-Cola.
Coke?
Coca-Cola. And unfortunately, your husband already agreed to die while drinking Coca-Cola in front of your daughter and her 6 popular friends.
Gerald, you did?
She told me it was an application for experimental treatment.
Now, Gerald, that's not how I remember it, and it's certainly not how this signed contract remembers it, okay? And here it states, I, Gerald, agree that as I pass, I will aspirate no fewer than 16 ounces of Coke, and that the cause of death shall be listed as pure refreshment.
Oh, that's too much Coke.
There's no real reason why we couldn't do both.
And we'd have to pause the chugging.
I know. But think about it. He's got a Whopper. Sure. He's hungry. He's hungry to live. He wants his Whopper.
Oh, but he's got a thirst for Coca-Cola and also a thirst to end the pain.
It's a tie-in.
Okay, you know what? These are my husband's last moments on Earth, and I don't think he wants to spend them shilling for some corporations.
But why the hell not?
I mean, people already agree to, just for no reason at all, to like Dunkin' Donuts on Facebook, and they go ahead and they check in at McDonald's on their Foursquare. They pay their own money to buy a T-shirt with a big Nike swoosh, and they wear it around.
Seriously, I mean, you're all spending your lives as nothing but walking billboards anyway. Why should your deaths be any different? At least this time you're getting paid a little.
Geez, honey, maybe they have a point. Doctor.
Oh, no. Budweiser. What's your husband dying of?
Liver disease.
See ya.
Welcome back. I'm joined today by 3 experts to discuss the issues of the day that are of interest to me. Now, fans of Breaking Bad might be excited to meet my first guest because he is a suburban meth kingpin. Please welcome Dick Jonassen.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks so much for having me.
How are you? Welcome.
Pretty good.
Got a little black eye?
Yep. Well, I make and distribute meth, so that's sort of part of the...
Was this an accident in the lab when you were cooking, or was this a
No.
rival?
I had to beat a bunch of guys out of territory. These guys tried to jack a van full of my meth. So
Wow, tough gig.
it's worth it.
All right. My next guest is like a dog whisperer, except that he works with horses by screaming at them. Please welcome Larry Gilbert, the horse screamer. Hello, Larry.
Top of the morning to you, Brian.
Oh, how are you, Larry?
Great.
What part of Ireland are you from?
I grew up in the dirt, Brian.
In the
I was
dirt?
raised in the dirt.
Where was the dirt located in Ireland?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
You just came from the dirt,
That's right,
and
Brian.
then you moved out here
That's right. Now I scream at horses.
for a living
I train them, Brian. I break them.
by screaming at
Horse
them.
has a big, strong soul, Brian. You got to break a horse.
Okay, if pretend I'm a horse.
Oh, you don't want that, Brian. Not right now.
You want me to sit or something? What do you want
Grab
me
you
to
by
do?
the mane and slam you against the side of a barn.
Well, that sounds like more like you're an abuser of horses.
I'm a screamer, Brian. I get the job done.
All right, interesting. And my last guest is the former president of Russia, the former prime minister of Russia, and now once again the current president of Russia, Please welcome Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Hello, Brian.
Hello, President Putin.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
I take credit for this show.
You're taking credit for the show?
Yes, immediately I am responsible for why the show is successful so far.
Really?
Yes. From conceiving of the people to bring on the show to having you host it.
It was your idea to have me host the show?
You do not know this, but yes, it was.
You're a major player. You're making all the decisions lately.
I do make all decisions.
Okay.
This is true.
Let's talk about United States. We've been getting flack for a long time for being the policeman of the world. I think we've kind of decided maybe we don't want to be policemen of the world. Now we're getting flack for that. Let me ask you this, Dick. Who is somebody you just can't make happy no matter what you do?
Well, I'll tell you, it's people addicted to meth. You know, like there's no that, and I mean that in the best possible way. People who like meth want more meth. Taking meth makes you want more meth. That's what's a great industry. It's like a great thing to be in. It's trouble legal wise. You know, like obviously it's against the law.
Absolutely.
Other than that, though, it's a great industry. There's a reason idiots are into meth. Idiots can make it. Certainly, idiots can take it.
Okay.
So,
are you calling yourself an idiot by saying?
No, I'm overqualified. I'm like the only guy. Like I'm wearing a shirt right now. I'm the only guy in meth who knows how to put on a shirt.
No kidding.
And that's why I don't like Breaking Bad. It's kind of like, I mean, it's funny. I watch it obviously, but it's like
funny. Wow.
That guy just gets into all sorts of trouble that you don't need. Like I have those problems. You just like deal with it. Like for example, I have my brother-in-law is in the DEA, so I killed him day one.
What?
I drowned him in like those ponds at like an off ramp of a highway where you need to drain the things so you can put in the pylons. Well, I drowned him.
Okay.
No, don't sweat it. So of course, like if you drag it out over years and years, and you're like, oh, there's a guy in the DEA in my family.
Horse screamer.
Yeah, I'll tell you who you can't make happy, Brian.
Who can't?
A horse.
A horse.
A horse doesn't know it's good for it.
They don't?
Now you can hold his little flappy ear up in the air and scream at it all you want. It's not going to do what you want.
Doesn't that frighten the horse?
It absolutely does. Of course it does. That's the whole point of screaming in a horse's ear, Brian.
Would you not try whispering into his ear? It works for dogs.
You're one of those, huh?
I'm just saying. I mean,
whisper at a horse's ear.
I mean, a
horse is a stupid, brute animal, Brian.
Are they really dumb? They're dumb?
Very dumb. They want to buck all the time. They want to flick flies off their hiney and walk around and chew hay.
Do you want flies in your hiney?
Do I want flies at my hiney? Well, Brian, I mean, it's a different topic slightly, but I have had flies in my hiney. But that's so I could know what it's like to be a horse.
Okay. Did you scream at yourself?
Yes. I got a mirror in front of me and crammed flies up my ass and screamed at myself.
Okay. And how did you feel after that?
I felt pretty bad, Brian.
Okay, so now you know how the horse feels.
Exactly. I want horses to feel bad. We're in charge.
President Putin?
Yes.
Who or what is something that you just can't please no matter what you do?
This thing I am not happy about is pleasing the world community.
Okay.
You know, I am trying here, man.
Sure.
I am finally stepping up. And I am saying, hey, bro, Russia can take it on. Russia can do something. I'll step up. I'll get my boys in line. I get him in line. So I get a little flack because I write what? I write an op-ed piece that says the truth, which is I am great leader. President Obama waffling weirdo with that old woman for a Secretary of State.
That's John Kerry. It's not an old woman. But I do understand how you could make that.
She solves mysteries every week on Hallmark Channel, yes?
Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah.
This is the Secretary of State.
You're confusing the two, but I understand. I totally understand.
I can write. I can dance. I can sing.
Give me a song.
Okay. Ooh, baby, do you know what it's worth? Ooh, heaven is a place on earth. Ooh, baby, do you feel my girth? Ooh, baby, it's a place called Woolworths. Get a discount at Woolworths.
That's strange. You sing songs about American chains that are out of business.
Yes, these are ways to celebrate the decline of America.
There you go, once again. This week's Under the Table sponsor is Donna Basham, a direct marketer of Ambit Energy. Ambit Energy is a retail seller of electricity in several states and has over 1 million customers. Ambit also makes it possible to put 15 other people under you to receive free electricity. Does this sound like a pyramid? Yes, but so are most other businesses. And it's completely legal in all ways. Even though it's fall, please visit her website at summershereelectric.com to start saving on electricity. We'll be right back. So you like Belinda Carlisle?
I love Belinda Carlisle. I like to dance in my room alone.
Hey, Brian, guess what I paid this month for energy?
How much?
Nothing.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Okay, good. It's true. I've started using Ambit Energy. It's a company that provides electricity and natural gas in deregulated markets. In my area, I was guaranteed savings, but because I referred 15 friends, my energy is now completely free.
Oh, wait a second. That sounds like a pyramid scheme. You can count me out.
Actually, Ambit is a nationally recognized company with over 1 million customers and was named the #1 fastest growing private company in America by Inc. magazine. So don't call it a pyramid scheme.
Okay, because the pyramid I bought was a total waste of money.
What? Tell me what you think a pyramid scheme is.
It's when a guy on Craigslist sells you a pyramid and then it turns out to be a complete ripoff.
You bought an Egyptian pyramid on Craigslist?
It was supposed to be, but it was made in China. First off, the ad said it was like new, but most of the hieroglyphics had been rubbed off by plunderers.
Okay, why don't we go back to talking about
Secondly,
Ambit Energy?
I was promised 4 brain removal rods. I got 3. And the reeds I got could never properly dilate my urethral stricture. And trust me, I tried.
Seriously, Brian, you're probably hurting Ambit Energy more than helping at this point.
Most importantly, the thing is not to scale, so the entire thing fits in my bathroom. And I can't be buried with my wife and my servants in that.
You have servants?
I have a lady I pay to organize my closets, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to die with me. I'm
Brian,
saying that over and over again.
Brian, do you think that...
You know, I have a cat I could take with me on my journey to the underworld, but I still have my brain, and my urethral stricture isn't budging, according to the lady who I pay to organize my closets.
Brian, I'm trying to help you completely demolish your energy costs.
And I'm trying to prevent you from buying a pyramid and having nothing to show for it. I mean, except a bathroom you can't get into and a stinky dude in rags.
Real low-class move.
Oh, I didn't mean you, Riley. You're great. Damn.
Who's that?
That's the leader of my mummy army.
Former leader.
Oh, damn it. This pyramid scheme has been a total disaster for me. I lost all my mummy.
Surprised? Don't be. A fool and his mummy are soon parted.
More mummy, more problems, I guess.
Guys, you have got to stop it with these terrible puns. You both know that I'm deadly allergic to puns.
Ben, puns don't kill people. People kill people.
Nice.
Ambit Energy?
Sure, why not?
Ambit Energy, because paying for electricity really stinks. Visit them on the web at summershereelectric.com.
Welcome back. In these turbulent times, there's comfort in knowing what the future might hold. With that in mind, I sent a psychic out on the streets of New York to talk to folks about what might be in store in the days ahead. Take it away, psychic.
Brian, it is me, Mysterio, your personal astrologer. And I want to thank you for releasing me for one day so that I could go to the streets of New York and talk to everyday New Yorkers about their future. I am Mysterio, psychic of the ages, consult to Nancy Reagan, trained by Persian mystics. Your name is...
Aren't you psychic?
Betty?
No.
The Perukutterbani Mehasikara. Does any of that ring true? You are an Aries. Indeed. That means that you like things your way.
No.
You're organized.
No.
You're prone to losing things, yes?
No.
Your birth date is July 12th,
Close.
July 11th,
Other direction.
July 28th,
Next month.
August 12th, August 9th, August 18th, August 21st, August 20th. Indeed, Mysterio has spoken. Is there someone named Carol in your life?
I have a friend named Carol.
Yes, Carol's a pain, right? Real pain.
No, she's actually very nice.
Right, she's very nice, but sometimes kind of a pain when, like...
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Once in a while, you're like, oh, Carol, I wish you'd just lay off for a little bit. Give me some breathing room.
No, I don't hear from her very often.
Exactly. You wish to hear from her more so that you could say that. You work at a company that produces primary colors. Do you believe in astrology?
We both actually do,
Yeah.
What other fake things do you believe in?
Love.
Harry Potter.
Do you believe in the power of the planetary spheres to change the course of your life and future?
No.
So you understand that you don't believe in astrology based on what you just said. I see in the future me washing the dishes in your tub because the sink was broken because we made such passionate love in the kitchen the night before. I prepared an entire Thanksgiving dinner for you, even though it was March. At the end of that night, we took down all our turkey decorations and we made some stuffing of our own.
You look like a fish.
What would you like to know about your future?
How many kids will we have?
And already I see the fear.
What am I going to have for dinner?
I see chicken with peas, salad, and a Coke Zero. What? What am I doing? Having a mental breakdown.
Who will I marry?
You will marry the fifth member of One Direction.
Yes!
His name is Buzzy.
No, it's not.
He will be 20 years older than you. So, Ben, in the future, you might reconsider that decision. What problems are you having in your life?
Love.
I see that you're alone, but there is a woman in your life.
There's a few, yeah.
So you like to get around. You're the type of guy who likes to be a diseased freak. I can help you find love. Let me read your face.
Where have those hands been?
In my crotch and on my anus. There's someone in your life. Their name begins with an Barbara. Yes. And this Barbara, she is a big drag, right?
Well, she's also my mother.
Recently, she called you and she bothered you on the phone for about a half hour. When Barbara calls you, it's as if she is already having a conversation and you just happen to pick up into it. And then when you hang up, it's always a lots of goodbyes and I love yous, but it's very hard to actually get off the phone.
Yes!
I have predicted only the way your mother behaves.
Of course.
Sleep. Your birth date, what is it?
November 4th.
November 4th. Please give me $10 to continue.
You serious?
Yes.
How about $1?
Yes, I'll take $1. Thank you. Mysterio predicts that you're very gullible. Mysterio has spoken.
All right, that's all the time we have for this week's BS of A. Join us next week for a brand new episode. Like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter, share our videos on YouTube. I'm Brian Sack, and a big shout out to my peeps in Los Santos. Good night.
How's it going? Not well.